Hey everybody, welcome back to Simply Holy Living. It has been so long since I have been able to engage the Simply Holy community, and can I just tell you, I am so happy to be here right now. Over the past year, we have been going through a huge change in our life. We, meaning Jay and me and God, that's my we. Okay, so God has moved us physically to a new place to live. We live in Orange County. We have a new ministry, local ministry, which is South Orange County. And it has been an incredible time, a heart-wrenching, difficult, faith-stretching, but amazing time. And it's just been a great experience for us to get to know new people, new disciples, to live in a new area, to figure out how to fish in a new pond of people. And it's been really glorious. I'm a firm believer that all of us need a local community where we are completely invested, where we have one another's that are physical, actual beings in our life that we can see and touch and talk to and text and all of that. But I'm also excited to be able to enter into the holy season with my virtual community. And, you know, I love having both of those communities. I love my local community, but I also love my virtual community, and I really have missed all of you guys. So I'm excited to talk about entering into the Advent season. Now, in the past, I've made the last 70 days of the year holy days, and I've loved that, and actually I've missed it this year. But I just feel like God was leading us to focus on our local ministry a little bit more this year. So we are now going to be entering into Advent. For those of you that are new to that concept, Advent is the time of year that has been set aside by Christians for hundreds of years, started somewhere in the medieval time period, where we started celebrating the coming of Christ and looking forward to the second coming of Christ. We are awaiting his arrival. And this year, as we enter into the season, I really feel like God has been leading me to this concept of making room. That is going to be our theme for this year, making room for Jesus. You know, when Jesus first came, there was no room for him. There was no room in the inn. And I am afraid that even in the year 2021, that he might still find that there's really no room for him during the Christmas season. And it is a travesty. It is hard. It is sad that the time that we have set aside as a church to actually celebrate the birth of Jesus, the coming of Jesus, that I think at many times he might find that there's a no vacancy sign up in our church, that there's no more room in our hearts, there's no more room in our lives. There's just not time for him during his season. And so I want to appeal to all of you to find time, make room in your heart in a new way, a different way. Slow yourself down. Find a new rhythm, find a new way to enter into this season where the rest of the world is speeding up. The rest of the world is doing more. But we are not of this world. We are of the kingdom of God. We live in a different kingdom and we have a different king. We're not bowing down to the things of this world. We are bowing down so that we can adore our King, Jesus. And we live differently. So how about taking this time as we celebrate Jesus to make more room for him, to do things his way? You know, at the beginning of the fall, I found a new book to me. It's not a new book. Many of you have probably already read it. But I'm going to recommend it to you. It's called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. It is not an Advent book. I love Advent books, and I'm going to give you all those resources. I'm going to recommend book after book. You can read whichever one you want. But I do believe that this book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, could be a real advantage to you during this time, and it could give you a lot of insight into what it means to live in the kingdom way. It gives very practical advice about how you can make more room in your life for following Jesus, for the ways of Jesus, to walk like he walked, to think like he thought, to see the world through his eyes. It's just, how do we become more like him by living in his lifestyle? So I want to recommend that book to you. But you do not have to make time to read that book even. Whatever you decide to do, I just want you to take the time over the next few days to think, how could I make more room for Jesus in my life? Maybe it's a matter of, setting aside the traditional Sundays. Advent is the 4 Sundays before Christmas. That's what marks the beginning of Advent, is the 4th Sunday before Christmas. And each Sunday we will be introducing a new virtue. It goes hope, and then peace, and then joy, and then love. And we'll be talking about those virtues and how they can manifest themselves in our lives. And so maybe it's just a matter of just setting aside Sundays and saying, I am doing nothing but spending time with Jesus and his followers. Maybe that's how you make room. Maybe you decide that you're going to, have a family time, little more than normal. Every night you're going to light the candle for that week, and you're going to say a 5-minute prayer, or you're going to read a story about Jesus, or you're going to read through the story of Jesus just a little bit at a time. Maybe you get Ann Voskamp's book for you and your kids. Maybe you get Ann Voskamp's book for the grown-ups. Maybe you just follow along here with Simply Holy and figure out how you can make more room for Jesus in your life during his season. So this is just our intro. I want to invite you to make room in your heart. There's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to do. I'm going to post videos like this. I'm going to make them into podcasts if that's more convenient for you. I'm going to be hopefully posting the things that Jay and I are doing together, and hopefully it will inspire you. I'm going to be posting some music, sending out some blog, hopefully writing some material that you could read each day. It's going to be a wide variety of things: music and writing and poetry and videos and podcasts and all of that, just to help us go through this Advent season together. So right now it's somewhere at the beginning of November. So it doesn't officially kick off until November the 28th. But I want to give you time to prepare, make way, make room. This is what John the Baptist did, is he went ahead of Jesus to prepare the way. And I'm going ahead of the season to help you find a way to prepare your hearts. So I'm excited. I hope you'll join me in this incredible time, and we will set our hearts to make the holidays holy days. Until next time.